Hello, so this is a demo of the FetchBot, which is able to find tubes on a Mars terrain. So we'll have the robot moving around in this zone, and we'll place the tube somewhere. And the goal of this activity is for the robot to find the tube. So for this, we'll use image recognition and the Teachable Machine from Google to train the robot to recognize 3 different classes. One class will be the soil, so it's where the robot can move freely. The second class will be obstacles, so it's things that the robot has to avoid. So this can be edges, for example. This can be this robot there, or this can be this wall over there. And finally, the third class will be the tube. So examples of soil where the tube is present. So basically, when the class is the soil, the robot moves forward. When the class detected is an obstacle, then the robot will turn left. And when the class detected is a tube, the robot will stop. So for the training, we go to the Teachable Machine. And we start a new project, an image project. And we took the standard image model. And we'll need 3 classes. So by default, there are 2 classes. So we just click on add a class to have a third one. And we'll name the classes as soil for the first one. The second one will be obstacle. And the third one will be tube. Then for the robot to be able to detect these 3 classes, we need to take examples. So if we click for the first class, soil, on the webcam here, we see what the robot sees from his camera. So for now, let's remove the tube from the soil, and let's take some examples where the robot can move forward. For example, this one, this other one. So it's better for this to be 2. So that's why I'm going to ask my colleague to join me. And while she moves the robot in different places where the camera sees the soil, I will take pictures. Okay, so that will be fine. Then we'll go to the second class, obstacle. So I click on the webcam there. And now we move the robot closer to the edges. So we see on the webcam that an edge is present. So I take an example. So here the goal is to take as many different examples as possible for the robot to have a good representation of what it should avoid and where it can move freely. So now we have 20 images, that is fine. And then for the third class, tube, we'll take the tube there and put it in front of the robot. And again, I take some examples. So we take examples where the robot is close to the tube and where it's a bit further away. And also examples from different angles so that the model can detect the tube from different perspectives. Okay, and now we have 20 images of tube, so we can start training the model. Now the model is trained, and we can see here the image that is obtained from the camera, and below the class that is detected. So as the last image was an example of tube on the soil, we see that here the model correctly recognize this image as one containing a tube. If we remove the tube, then we see that the classifier correctly detects the image as soil. And if we move the robot in front of an obstacle, here we see that the model also correctly detects the obstacle. We can look at other obstacles. For example, the robot there, also correctly detected as an obstacle or an edge. And here, the class is also obstacle. So then we can go to the Scratch program. And we need to turn off the camera from the Teachable Machine. And by turning on the camera on Scratch, we can see what the robot sees from its camera. And by starting, so the program is very simple. We retrieve the model from the cloud, and then we run the detection of an image. And then if the detected class is soil, then the robot moves forward for 1 second. If the detected class is obstacle, it turns left for 1 second. And if the detected class is tube, the sprite here just says, I found a tube.